Hey, what is up? Let me check the volume of this. Sounds a little bit weird, I think. Maybe if I get closer to the mic. Nah, that was not good. I'm checking with the feedback with my phone. Let me check if that's noise being picked up by the mic. Yes, it is. So maybe I can put a filter. Would be maybe a noise gate. Oh, there is one, but it's the way to... I think it's way too strict, the noise gate that I put up. How about this? Word. Oh, is this better? Let me check. I'm testing. Would it be a noise gate or a noise suppression? I'm supposed to know about this because I'm a musician, I'm a guitarist. I use noise gates and noise suppressors all the time. Does it pick up my breath? Kind of. But I think I'll leave it as it is right now. Yeah, I think so. Because I want to get to playing sooner than later. Oh, so it's now disabled? And now it's enabled. Yeah, it does get rid of the little noise that's coming from my PC, I think. So let's start just like this, I think. Hold on, 42, 36. 42, 36. Okay, I don't know why the notification went up again. Not supposed to. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, let's open up the game. It's about fucking time. Wait, I want to see OBS. So I raised the volume on the game a little bit for everyone, like including you, including me, because I was watching the videos and maybe the volume was a little bit underwhelming. My voice was alright, but the game itself was a little bit low. Wait, you can see it. I'm stupid. Give me a second. Should be able to see it. Now. Okay. So hi there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. We are going to be playing Fallout New Vegas today. We are continuing with the Old World Blues DLC. I just started it last stream and now we're back. So I have some good news to share with you, which is that I finally bought a mic. Now I am using a proper mic. Before I was using one of my cell phones as a mic, one of my old cell phones as a mic actually, because I'm currently using an iPhone, but that wasn't working as well as the other one. And I was using some PC software called WO Mic, which was alright. It wasn't awful, but it certainly could be better, and now it is better, I think. I hope that now my voice sounds way better than before. Now the next thing is to learn how to set it up properly, which I don't know how to do. I am trying. I have tweaked it for like 15 minutes, which I know it's not a lot, but at least I got it to work. It wasn't really hard, but now I noticed that I needed a noise gate and I set it up. I think it's alright. I think it picks up my voice quite well and it got rid of the noise in the background. So I think that's how things are gonna be from now on. I'll have to test things out and figure it out as I go, because as I said, maybe I should know a little bit more about this since I work with instruments often and I've even recorded a few things with my voice for some of my own projects. But honestly, I'm way too stupid for this. I'm way too ignorant and I'm not like, I know some of the theory, so that's how I knew that I had to set up a noise gate. But when talking about practice, I go too much with trial and error until I get it right. So yeah, hopefully this will make the streams and videos a bit more watchable. Now the next thing I have to fix is getting a personality, but we'll take care of that, or not. Hopefully this won't pick up any unwanted noise. Where was I looking at? The sun? Okay, so we left it here. We got a new weapon, part of the DLC, some sonic gun thingy. For some reason I'm pretty fucked up. I have like 20% health or less. What was I doing? I was doing one of the missions. Yeah, this one first. It was a mission that asked me to pick up a few things, maybe to upgrade the weapon from the DLC, the Sonic gun, which has nothing to do with Sonic the Hedgehog, but bear with me. I had to pick up some parts or something. I already picked up 2, if I recall correctly. Now this one is next, and we're gonna finish with this one, which is right next to a place that I have to visit for another one of the quests, part of the DLC. So let's get going. At first I tried to just use the DLC's weapon, but it went quite wrong. They were beating my ass, some plant people and shit, which the Sonic gun that I was given as part of the DLC is pretty good against machines. Look, I'm about to show you. It does some extra damage against, yeah, Sonic Emitter Revelation. Bonus damage versus robots, power armor, and critical strike paralysis. That is pretty useful, because I also have some extra crits from some of my perks. The thing that I hate is that delay with each shot. Like, I pull the trigger and it takes a second to fire, which is pretty annoying. But when it does crit, it stuns. Okay. Look, I cannot be using my Steam packs because I'm gonna run out of. But I don't really have a lot of other things to use. What's the super Steam pack debuff? I'm gonna use one. What's that debuff supposed to be? Oh shit. I can't see. Am I being shot from? Yes. I know it. I know it. Like probably my only viewer, but he told me that I was supposed to get into this DLC at like level, I think he said level 15, and I was already. Oh. Now I heard the little jingle from this guy, but I don't know. The effects are already fine. I don't know. What is this? Prod axe, baseball glove, and a cup. Wait. Please don't kill me. What am I? Why can't I? Why am I not able to see? Why am I blind? Okay. Oh shit. Critical strike. That would have been useful if it was the other weapon. Was that a crit? Yes, that was a crit. Okay. Come on.
Anyone who can understand these messages, you do not belong here. We will
Finally.
you.
So, I didn't really understand a lot from the "What's up, bro? Hey, what's up?" I was saying before you got here that I got a new mic, and it's supposed to sound a little bit more decent now, but I still have to set it up. Like, I'm using it right now at this second, but for example, right now when I started the stream, I had to set up a noise gate. For example, I don't know if I had to put some gain or to get the volume up, or that. I said that I'm gonna be setting it up on the way as I go. As I notice any problems, I will try to fix them. Which emphasis on try. I'm not really too well versed on this. I mean, sounds good so far. Hey, thanks. Good puppy pum. Welcome to the stream. I hadn't seen your nickname before, but are you one of... did you change your nickname, or are you new here? How do I get down there? Holy... Okay, hold on. Couple of plants. Let me do some bioterrorism or ecocide? What would it be? Haven't... Hold on. This plant is giving me more trouble than the rest for some reason. Come on. I haven't used Twitch in like 2 years. Definitely new here. Oh, so welcome back, I guess. Welcome back to Twitch, and welcome to the stream. As you can see, I'm playing Fallout New Vegas. I'm playing one of the DLCs, which is called Old World Blues. Are you familiar with this game? To see how much do I have to explain things about this game? Like, if you've already played it or something, well, then maybe I don't have to explain absolutely everything. But if not, then I can tell you a couple of things. Never played myself. Never played yourself, so that means you, like, have watched it before or something. But it's a pretty fun game. This is my second playthrough. Yep, watched a friend play through all of it about 7 times. About 7 times? Well, that must be a pretty close friend. If you watched him or her play through one game about 7 times. Why don't you play it yourself though? You've never been curious about it? Or like curious enough to try it? I used to watch Fallout videos when I was like a teenager or maybe a kid, like around 13 years old, I think. He was a big fan of the game, to say the least, and I never played it myself because it made me motion sick. Oh, yeah, I get it. Does that happen to you with every 3D game or just like Fallout? Because it could be an issue with the field of view, which you can modify, I think. I'm pretty sure. And if you can, there must be a mod for that. Every game with head bob. I think that used to happen to me. But like many years ago, and since I've been playing a lot of different things a lot, I was cured. Where's the thing that I'm looking for? Is it? Oh, I see. It's a holo disc. Okay. Yeah. Oddly enough, I'm perfectly fine playing stuff in VR. I have. What is Boomtown? I have never played anything in VR, but I think that would give me some motion sickness. I don't know. I'm not sure because I haven't tried it myself, but it does seem like something that would disorient me a little bit and make me motion sick. I don't know. You should. Quest 3 is like $300 nowadays. Do you think I have $300 laying around? Well, actually, I could get one, but I like actually. as of late, the last 2 or 3 days, I've been thinking about which unresponsible buy to make. I'm thinking of doing some immature shopping, you know. But I don't know. I have too many hobbies. Like I bought this mic, which is cheap as hell, but it's way better than what I was doing before. It was like 20, like $25, 30, around that price. But it's way better. But now I'm thinking of getting something that's really expensive, you know, something that actually gets me to work every day, which turns work from a responsibility to an obligation, which you might think that they are way too related, but there's a difference, right? Because it's not the same if I go to work because I said that I would go, or out of some sense of responsibility to the people who I work with. But it's not the same that with having to go to work, because if you don't, you're not gonna be able to make a payment and you're gonna get fucking bankrupted and sleep on the street. I need that threat. I need the danger. I'm gonna die. Hold on. Okay, it's robots, so I should be using this weapon. Doctor, Orderly, MD, PhD, DDS. Okay, whatever. Yes, a crit. I needed that. Oh my god, I'm doing negative damage. Why? Okay, another crit. I'm gonna stun lock him. I stun locked the shit out of him. There's another one. Should definitely look into buying a VR headset then. It looks a lot less impressive in videos than it feels to do in real life yourself. Well, if your PC can handle it. I don't know if it can. Maybe it can, but I'm not sure. I got my graphics card is an RTX 3060, I think. I think it's a 3060. And I have 32 gigs of RAM, and my CPU is it's a Ryzen 5 5600X. I don't know if it's the X1 or not, but yeah. Wait, I have to heal. To be honest, the only thing that I've really wanted to play in VR is Half-Life Alyx. That is a game that I have watched and I have said, damn, I would like to play that. But since I've never owned any VR device, well, I know that I think there's a mod, or maybe there's more than one, to be able to play it without the VR, but that is a game that I actually think that it has a point in being VR, you know? That it would not be the same if played like any other first-person shooter, like Half-Life 2 or 1 or whatever. Oh, the staple modern budget video card? Yes. How much was the PC? Like $1,100? The 3060 should be able to handle the Quest 3 with like medium to low settings. I've had this PC for a few years. I think I got it back in 2020 or 2021. I think 2020, and it used to have a 1070. And it used to have a GTX 1070, but this last year I changed the graphics card to a 3060. And that's the only thing that I changed. I also got another 16 gig. I used to rock only 16 gigs of RAM, and I got another 16. It's DDR4, by the way. It's not. I'm not rich. I can't get DDR5. With like medium to low settings. Well, that sounds fine. I could play like that. I could consider it, but honestly, in order to convince myself to get a VR headset, I would have to make some sort of list with things to play. Honestly, because here it is. Because I can't really think of many things that I really want to play on VR. I know that there are a lot of games, and I'm sure there must be quite a list of games that I would have a fun time playing, but I would have to think about it beforehand just to be more sure about it, you know. Blade and Sorcery alone has gotten me like 200 hours of use out of my hands. So that sounds good. That sounds unhealthy, which is fine. Like, I'm at the ripe age of 25, so I can afford to do many irresponsible things. Okay, which one should I get now? So I'm supposed to find the missing modules for the light switches on the jukebox. I'm close to these, so I'm gonna get these first. Holy shit. Also about to turn 25, so can't relate. Yeah. Exactly. Since we can't afford it, well, I can't afford a house, I have to set up some more modest goals, like buying guitars and Well, in this case, a VR headset. Jesus. Why is every enemy so tough? I got into this DLC thinking I was a little bit over leveled, but now I'm thinking maybe I should have farmed up a little bit before going in here. Hicks Village. What's this supposed to be? I don't think it's an actual village, right? I don't think anybody lives here. Maybe some robots or something? Oh, it's an actual... There are houses and shit. Interesting. Let me quick save. Because I feel like I'm about to explode in any second. Door to 00. 104. Okay, 108. I think I'm supposed to get in here. Feel free to say we can't buy a house, cause ain't no one from our generations unlikely to buy any property anymore. Hell, like 33% of people that get mortgages don't ever even pay them back anymore. They get them with a plan where you only pay the interest back for life. Yeah, I know. Sadly, sadly, I'm pretty aware of our economic situation and what that means for us on the short, medium, and long term. It's pretty bleak. Where is the thing that I'm supposed to get in here? And where is that marker? Oh, here. Jukebox. But whatever, we do what we can, right? Did you get a college degree or are you into something else? Because that was one of the biggest traps that we got into, as advised by the generations that precede us. A college degree used to mean quite a lot, actually. It used to actually get you places almost by itself, but not so much anymore. There are a few... What? Are still a few fields in which that is still true. Like, for example, me myself, I studied medicine, so well, you could count that as one of the sort of exceptions, because you cannot be
We are reading increased levels of berserkity and securitrons from the deconstruction plant.
That voice is loud as hell. That could be considered a little bit of an exception, just because there's absolutely no way to be a doctor if you don't have a college degree. But for example, I don't know, programming or some other... Is that alive? No. Or some other fields that used to be quite profitable and seemed to have a good future, nowadays are not looking so hot. 4 degrees actually, all engineering fields. Recently, 1.5 years ago, lost my job due to an accident and have not been able to land a new job since. LOL. 4 degrees. When did you get that time? But yeah, it's one of the... Honestly, it's one of the only viable strategies nowadays. Like, you can pile up a few engineering or some other sort of degrees. Like the plan would be to make you so you have a skill set that is still marketable enough for companies, right? You try to make yourself irreplaceable, which nobody really is, but you have to aim for that if you want to have any sort of decent job. Been living off savings since when it was 2 short-term intense afternoon courses and 1 5-year mixed vocational school. Okay, that sounds interesting. And it's also pretty good that you had enough savings to fend off for yourself for so long without a job. That was some good planning on your part. Which everybody's supposed to have, like from 6 months to a year of expenses saved up somewhere in case of any emergency, right? But that's easier said than done, and sometimes if you don't super ego, sometimes if you don't have enough income, there's no way that you're saving, or at least not that much if you live like paycheck to paycheck. Like I've always tried to keep some money saved up. Yeah, a year of expenses. I was lucky with my last job paying super well. I'm still pissed off that I lost it due to something outside of my control. Yeah, that's a bummer. Like losing a job because of something like it's not your fault. You got into an accident, you know. And I guess in an ideal world, after you recovered, you should be able to get back into it, but this is not anything close to an ideal world. So yeah, you just lose your job, they get something else to do the things that they had you doing, and that's it. I'm gonna die. I'm running out of steam packs.
I hope I didn't leave my giant rubber scorpion on. That thing eats power like no tomorrow.
Robo Scorpion. I think I was warned about that. Oh my god, how many enemies are here? They are everywhere. The aim on that guy, what the hell? Okay. Yeah, I do have some money saved up, but not as much as I should have. Like, well, in my case, it's well, I live with my parents, so I don't really have a lot of expenses myself, but I mean, you know, maybe it's because of the way we were raised that living with my parents at 25 sounds insane. But the real thing is that our economic landscape doesn't really allow the average person in our generation to go independent at as early an age as people used to be able to. And besides, I did study. I did go to med school, which I just got out of med school last year, and like I'm literally the youngest a doctor can get out of med school at, like here where I live. So I don't even have my title yet. It's supposed to arrive in a few weeks, maybe a month, and then I can get a job and actually fend out for myself, or at least try to, but that's gonna take a while. Oh, that's kind of great though. Do you have to pay rent still or anything like? No. When I was still with my mom up until like 19, I had to pay rent, so it wasn't sensible for me to stay with her. Yeah, I see that. With that being your situation, then it makes sense. Like, it just went from paying rent with your parents to paying rent with somebody else. But no, it's not my case. I do help out with a few things here. Like, I do use some of the money that I get to get groceries, to buy all the stuff that I use. I buy it myself, and I just pay internet, and that's it. Sometimes I pitch in with some money for the water bill or something, but that's only sometimes. That's not really an obligation for me. But honestly, if you can live with parents comfortably, you should. Yes, good financial decision. I mean, yes, it's economically it's way more viable than just go and pay some other person for no reason. I mean, going from paying nothing to pay something, you gotta have a good reason for that. And independency is a pretty good reason, but if you can't afford it, or if you have better things to use your money on, well, then you can postpone that sometime. Congrats on the med school, by the way. Thank you. Thanks a lot. It took some effort, but I did well, which I'm pretty happy with that. Oh shit. No.
X12 is closed until further notice. On an unrelated note, whoever closed X12, please report to the dome.
This game is not. Oh shit. This game is not quite serious, but in this DLC, I can tell they were having fun with the dialogues and the premise itself. Holy shit. What the oh my god. What do I do? But yeah, right now I'm just waiting for my title, for my degree, so I can get some job, and in the meantime I get some money with some other stuff. My parents have a little business in which I help out, and they give me money, and there is some other place in which I work sometimes, but that's not like really too serious of a job. I just go and help out a little, and some people who I know from a long time ago. So yeah, and also I'm a guitarist, so I sometimes get paid to play. I recently made a band just to play at some events and get money that way. So yeah, that's like, given my skill set, that's what I can do currently. Wait, I didn't get what I was supposed to get back there. Am I stupid? Use VATS. Okay. Yeah, I've always loved the writing of in the Fallout games before 4 and 76. Pretty funny. Yeah, Yeah, especially before the most modern Fallout games. Like, have you seen this game when you put only 1 point in the intelligence and your dialogues actually are different? It's pretty funny. Oh, awesome! Your parents own their own business. Yeah, it's not a big business, but it's enough for, well, for us, I guess. Where am I supposed to go? Hold on, local map. There's something up there or down there. Oh, it's down there. How did I not see that? You get paid to play at events. Holy hell. So what kind of stuff do you play? Well, I have been playing guitar since I was... Okay, good. I've been playing guitar since I was 12 years old. So currently I can play pretty much like almost anything I want. I don't mean that like I'm not really virtuous as a guitarist, sadly, but since I have been practicing for quite an amount of years,
I hold you in such disdain, I generalize my hatred for you.
I have been playing for that amount of years, so well, eventually, even if you're not as good at something, if you put a lot of time into it, you're eventually able to achieve some goals. And in my case, well, I can adapt to various styles of music. Currently in the band that I'm in, it's mostly, I think, like pop rock from the early 2000s, and also some pretty modern pop, like from this decade. I feel like I switch between hobbies too often to get good enough to do it professionally. Like I can do a lot of everything on a mediocre level. Recently got into digital art, for example. I see. Sometimes I do feel like that. Like I will try something new and I will be obsessed with it, but oftentimes it doesn't stick, so it ends up just being like a hyperfixation of 2 or 3 weeks, and that's it, and it's dropped and it never comes up again. It happened to me, for example, with piano. Only hobby that's stuck with me since childhood has been mountain biking, which doesn't really pay. Yeah, I mean it can pay, but what the okay, excuse me for a second. Please stun him. Laser minigun jump scare. Yes, I saw it, but I was like, since it does not look like the other robots that I've been fighting, I was like, what is that? And it was like, and my health started going down, and that's when I knew that I had fucked up a little. But yeah, mountain biking. I guess you could get paid without some sort of competition or anything, but that would be quite hard, I guess. Like here, for example, I guess I can take advantage of the fact that I live in a relatively small town. How do I get... Where am I supposed to go, by the way? Am I supposed to be in here? Yes. Oh, I didn't see something. What? Oh, I am blind. I never see whatever I'm supposed to see. I'm kinda deaf. I miss small town life. I grew up in a tiny mountain village, but have been living in a capital for the last like 15 years. Too noisy, too crowded. Yeah, I mean, I don't live in a exactly a town. It's more like a very, 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 very small city. But yeah, I can see the difference between this and like if I can notice the difference between this and a quite populated city, I guess for you it must be like crazy. Must be way different for you if you actually lived in a town, you know? Like for example, traffic. For me, like having to do a line in some crowded street, like driving, it's insane and it's unbearable for me. And you can pretty much get from one end of the city to the other in like 30 minutes, and that's it. Um, and even that amount of time driving for me is like, damn. I just want to, I just want to go home. But sometimes when I go to one of the cities that are nearby the one where I live, there it is actually not like, no, I can't stand it, honestly. Like, you can even do hours driving, like due to traffic, not due to distance, and that is not, no, I cannot. I could not live like that. Yeah, we had like maybe 20 families in my mountain village as a kid. That is, so you knew everybody, right? One main road that led 12 kilometers to the nearest town with shops and stuff. Hmm. So yeah, it's one of those towns in which everybody knows each other, right? Please don't kill me. I need to heal up. Why am I pushing through like this? I'm gonna try to use my brain for a second and just go to the place where I started the DLC. And I should be able to heal up there somewhere. There must be a bed or something. We knew everyone, yeah. It was super lovely. City life is cold and desolate. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty. I can tell that it is pretty different. Like for example, I'm like, I live here, but this is not my hometown. Like, I was not born here. I was born in another state, and there, the place where I was born, I actually lived in a small town, but that was only the first few my first few years of life. So it's not really, I don't really count it as much as an experience. But whenever I visit there, I can tell that it is quite different, because that is a small town, like a legit small town, and yeah, everybody knows each other. Everyone cooperates to do stuff, which is a little bit weird and kind of unheard of in even in small cities. Like, people coming together to actually do stuff. It's not really something that happens a lot in cities. It is more like disconnected between people. Hold on a second. But yeah. Okay, I'm supposed to go here. This quest has been... I feel like this quest has been going for 20 hours. I thought it was gonna be the quickest one. But no. I've already been like to like 6 different locations as part of the same quest. But you know what? Small towns don't have Little Caesars. So, who's really winning? What was that? Biggest change moving from that village to an actual city was tech. Like, we didn't even have a TV. Didn't know what a phone was till I was like 11. One of my degrees is in IT simply due to how much tech fascinated me once I got my hands on it. That is pretty interesting. Because I was exposed to technology from a young age. What? Oh my god. How do I... Fuck. If I scroll, for some reason, my chat on OBS scrolls too and it gets stuck on a certain position. Okay, so I have to get something. Okay, one of the discs. That's done. Next up, all the way there. At least I have the fast travel point already discovered. Because if I had to walk all that distance, I would end myself. What? Why do I hear enemy music? Oh. Test subject 1. Oh. Yeah, I started interacting with technology since I was pretty much a little kid. I used to have a big ass, slow fucking computer in my house since I was like 5 or 6 years old, and sadly I discovered way back then how fun it is to use a computer. Like, well, back then I don't think I watched videos too often, if at all, but there were some, for example, some web pages in which you could play games, and that was like, I love that because I do like, I play video games since even before that, because my father had my parents had a Nintendo, an NES, which I know was pretty old even at the time, because I'm talking like 2004, 2005. But that's what we had, and that's what we played with. That's what I played with. So when I discovered that I could play different things on my computer without having to buy anything, because my parents wouldn't buy me games because we didn't really have the economic solvency to do so. So yeah, for me, being able to play different things without paying on a computer was like insane. And then a couple of years later, I think I started using emulators since like 2007. What was even crazier was like, what, the games that I wanted to play, that I wanted my parents to buy for me, now I can play them for free in my computer. And that was crazy. I think my mom had an old Nokia when I was still young. Yeah, that was pretty fun too, the Snake game. I don't know. I just didn't really think about what that was or what it did. Got my first PC at 15. Damn. Install the personality modules in the sync. Okay, on my way. At 15. That is insane to me. Because naturally, since I was exposed to computers at such a young age, pretty much all my life I've been using technology, for example, to do homework. Like if I had any history assignment or geography or whatever, I could look it up on the computer, and that's how I did stuff. Sometimes, of course, because it's way more often we have to do stuff based on books given at the school, but like sometimes if I was supposed to do my own research, for example, on books other than the one given by the school, well then I would just look it up. I wouldn't go to a library or anything. I would just look it up on the internet, and probably more often than not use some dubious, shady ass sources, but I didn't really know better back then. Dude, speaking of PCs, built my last rig like a year and a half ago, and boy was I lucky buying all the parts before this prices skyrocketed. Yeah, you were pretty lucky. Like, you got right the like what?
That was a nice little cat nap. How long
Cat
was
nap?
I out?
Even got a 4080 Super for $750 back then. Yeah, like I was gonna say, you bought stuff right in the little parentheses where prices were alright, because if you go back a few years when the prices of graphics card skyrocketed, it was insane. I got actually the 1070 that I told you that I had. I got it on like a 1070 back in 2020 or 2021, maybe late 2020. No. Actually, I remember it was in 2021. In 2021, a 1070, I got it in like, I think it would be like 400 bucks, which I don't think it was. Like I knew it was way too expensive. Like I was supposed to be able to get a 2060 or a 2070 for that price, but I knew it was overpriced. But honestly, since you couldn't really see an end to that, I just got it. I was building my PC like buying a part at a time as I could be buying them. So I had everything but the graphics card. And I was like, honestly, I don't really see the end of this. Like, it could have ended, the GPU overpricing thingy could have ended in two weeks or in 2 years. And I didn't want to wait to find out, so I just bought it at that price, and that was alright. And it was okay, but yeah. And now, recently, with the RAM thing, the DDR5 RAM stuff, you can never get a PC at a decent price. They're about to be super duper expensive again. Nvidia doubling the price of their 5090s this year, for example. Yeah, it's a graphics card are only gonna get more expensive, and the supply isn't getting any higher, to be honest. If it was up to them, they would only be making the graphic chips for their AI stuff. My whole life I've been an AMD follower. All my builds have been AMD. And then this rig, I was like, let me try Intel. What a mistake with a 14900K. Is it bad? I don't know. I have an old CPU. I have the Ryzen 5 5600X or no X. One of those two. I think X. A light switch that turns me on. What the hell is this dialogue? I must be dreaming. I want to choose this because it's way too funny.
Oh, you. I bet you say that to all the light switches.
I do. Only the sexy ones. You're right, I do.
Oh, well, it's Nice to be included?
What are you, some kind of novelty talking light switch?
I was Dr. Mobius's personal assistant. We were studying, oh shoot, what was it? Oh yeah, lightning. No, wait, lighting. That's right, how lighting affects human interaction.
Okay. It killed itself 3 times in a row. Got my 4th replacement, and I have it running super slow, just so it doesn't fry itself. 4900Ks have a fun tendency of burning themselves out by default due to stupid factory overclocking. That is pretty stupid. Like, what I like about my CPU is that I never had to tweak anything. Like, I don't overclock any of my components. Maybe I could overclock a little bit the GPU or the CPU, but honestly, I don't have the need to do it. Look at, I'm playing Fallout New Vegas, and a while ago I was playing Terraria. I have absolutely no need to overclock anything. So if the factory settings are only made to are set up to work at a decent performance, but to avoid overheating at all costs, that's fine with me. If anybody else wants to push stuff a little bit more, due to necessity or due to having a better rig with some better cooling, that's all right. That they can do so at any time. But for me, if my pieces come set up for the use that I'm gonna be doing, well, that's better. And that's with a 3060 millimeters AO cooler. Oh, and after I fixed the suiciding issues it had, guess what? Intel's 900K couldn't run anything with Unreal Engine 5. So like any modern game, so you're stuck playing Fallout New Vegas and Terraria with me. Even though your PC is like 100 times better than mine, we can only play the same stuff. You're stuck down here.
Oh, it was super exciting. It turns out that some pretty colored lights can make you way better at talking to people.
Can you turn those lights on for me?
Oh, I'd love to, sweetie, but I don't have the programming. All the data from the experiments was lost.
So you're useless
You'd
then.
have to go out into that nasty old crater
Oh,
and
come
find
on.
the backup copy.
I've already got like 15 things from out there. Want something else? I saw another light switch in the other room. Do you control that one too?
Oh, her. Trust me, sweetie, you're better off not thinking about that frigid little ice queen.
Sounds like there's some bad blood between you or circuits.
That bitch. She
Holy.
thinks she's so much better than everybody just because her processors are bigger. Ooh, she makes me so mad.
Okay then. Forgot I said anything.
Sure thing, sweetie.
Okay. So I'm gonna have another quest.
Are you with the ice queen again? Ugh, I'm so much.
The Ice Queen. So I have a safe. Oh, so this is like my room. Like I could put things here or whatever. I'm not going to, but good to know. Oh, who are you?
You! Hey, you! Yeah, you! Got any mugs?
Do I? If I guess I'm gonna give him to it. Messing with clocks through Intel ETU can allow me to play UE5 games. It just means that my $500 CPU runs like a $250 one. I've been thinking of maybe getting an upgrade. Like due to the same thing that I said a while ago, that I was thinking of something to buy. Like one of my options was actually like maybe getting a better CPU, but then I would have to change the motherboard too, or getting a good GPU. But I don't know. I think I'm leaning more towards either getting a new guitar or fixing up the ones that I already have, which are not broken or anything, but maybe I could like paint one of them or get a new pick guard for the other, or yeah, you know.
Oh, sweet fulfillment! I'll break these down for you just as fast as I can.
Process coffee mugs and dishes. Coffee mug removed. 2 wonder glues added. 3 empty syringes. So I give him dishes and he gives me materials. Okay. Okay, what else?
Ooh, yeah, dig that sweet music. Damn, it's good to be back online.
What's your purpose here?
Dig, I'm an acoustical wizard, kid.
Acoustical
Old Doc
wizard.
Moe used me to prototype his sonic weapon.
I would like to be called this.
Get me a good sample base to work from, and I can whip up a wave that makes Jericho look like a kazoo.
Can you do anything like that for me?
Got yourself a sonic emitter, don't you?
Yep.
Thought so. Bring that old thing on in here and bring me some sound samples, and I'll make that baby sing. Or scream, if that's what you want.
So it upgrades my sonic emitter.
Right on, Daddy. Let's spin some grooves.
Revelation? Revelation. So it changes the setting of... Honestly, I don't know.
So much, I just might kill myself.
Same.
What's the hap?
Do you play music?
Used to. Long time ago. Then old Doc Moe ripped out my music drives and stuck in more acoustical processors. Guess you could say I got the blues, even if I can't play them no more.
Okay. Whatever. Did it give my gun back? It did, right? Yes. Okay. What else? A toaster. Do I have to talk with a toaster? Been thinking of buying a longboard lately because I'm a little tired of all the regulations against electric bikes and scooters, and I like going fast. But damn good longboards are expensive. How much are we talking about? Talk to the toaster. I'm afraid that's what I'm gonna do. Like... these two, Muggy and Blind Diode Jefferson, have not set a good precedent, but
I am online once again! Tremble world before my electric heating coil of doom!
Tremble? You're a toaster. How fearsome can you be? Like, yeah, I don't think you can stand one shot from my sonic emitter.
A toaster is just a death ray with a smaller power supply. As soon as I figure out how
Might be
to
right,
tap
though.
into the main reactors, I will burn the world.
I don't think you're doing that, buddy, but you got a point. Well, I, for one, am quaking in my boots.
Buddy, if my heating element were just a little bigger, you'd be on fire right now. On fire!
Why all the rage?
Have you ever tried to indulge in all-consuming urge to kill when you don't have opposable thumbs?
Not really.
Or hands? Or anything other than a bread slot? You'd have a lot of pent-up anger too.
Alright.
Well, since I can't kill you, I guess I have to listen to your inane questions.
Inane. I'm almost afraid to ask what your function is.
You should be afraid! I am the scourge of all small appliances, and the boogeyman that keeps lesser toasters awake at night.
That is a small scope, but an achievable one. So you murdered toasters?
Not just murder! I tear them apart and render them down to their base components.
Do you?
Once their
How?
guts are spilled, you can do with them what you like.
But you can't. You don't have opposable thumbs. How can you pull apart a toaster? Like $320 for a good one. There's cheaper stuff. I just feel like buying something expecting it to suck and break is a waste. Yeah, I see. I can feel identified with that. Like I always try to get, like, I can only, with most of my hobbies or whatever I do, I usually can only afford entry level stuff, but within that entry level stuff, I always try to make sure that it's something that I'm actually going to enjoy. So,
You want some weapon schematics? I can show you some fucking weapon schematics. You want a superheated
brother,
samurai
chill.
power fist? I can hook that shit up.
Okay.
You find one. You bring it on back here, and we'll burn this mother down.
I don't have one of these.
Like
Do
I
I?
said, bring.
Yeah. Okay. How many more machines do I have to talk with?
Well, how about that? Old auto doc's back online. Well, all right, come here. Let's have a look at you. You are, without a doubt, the healthiest son of a bitch I've ever seen wandering the big empty. Ain't got no use for an old digital sawbones
Yeah,
like me.
I only got 4 diagnoses. I'd like to engage your services.
Rightly so, I should think. All right, then. Let me just fire up the old interface for you.
So, this prototype autodoc is capable of performing a thorough physical exam and curing the patient of all common ailments. Radiation sickness, lacerations, broken bones, even chemical addictions. Ooh. In addition, it can also give haircuts and perform cosmetic surgery. Okay, so this will be fixing my health and rats, and maybe even the chem addictions. Cosmetic surgery, I guess, would be like customizing my character. Get a haircut, pretty self-explanatory, and swap body parts. I guess this is for later, once I get them back, once I get my brain back. But yeah, okay. It had other options, right? Can you do anything beyond healing me?
Well, firstly, I would say providing wholeness of the body is service enough, but if you must know, I'm also programmed with cosmetical subroutines. Diagnostic says they're offline at the moment, though. Something about corrupted data files and all manner of such foolishness. If you want a haircut or a nose job that won't leave you looking like a ghoul with alopecia, you'll have to find replacement discs for them.
But ghouls don't have
I won't
hair, do
swear
they?
to this, but I recollect at some point having a few implant installation modules. Can't speak to where they got to, though.
Warhammer Medical Servitor. Just without the haircuts. So this one is even better. That's what you're saying, right? I'm feeling a little unwell in the head. Can you perform a psychiatric evaluation on me? Yeah, I want a third opinion on a couple of my diagnoses.
Concerned about the state of your mind, are you? Well, such things ain't my specialty, but I'm happy to tender my opinion as to your mental health. I should make you aware that the benefits of such a procedure are exclusive. That is, this only works once. Now, are you sure this is what you want?
Oh, this must be for respecing the character, right?
Well, I'll be right here if you change your mind.
The psychiatric evaluation must be a reference to what Doc Mitchell does at the beginning. Yeah, I guess that's it. So fine. Who else?
Oh my. Partial functionality restored. That's less than optimal.
It's not often. Why am I flirting with the light switches? What the hell? It's not often I meet a light switch with brains and beauty. I think I'm going to like it here. Let's go the freaky route.
Oh, well, that's very sweet of you. Maybe one of these nights we can discuss theorems.
Why wait? I can talk about theorems right now.
Slow down there, Tiger. We've got all the time in the world. No need to rush into things. Why don't you take some time to brush up on your knowledge so we can keep things stimulating?
What function do you serve?
Dr. Mobius and I were deeply involved in research on the ability of light levels to enhance human cognition.
So the same as the other one. What were the results?
We observed a fascinating phenomenon. Certain spectra of visible light actually increased cognitive function and reasoning ability.
Yeah, kind of like the other.
Of course, Dr. Mobius's brain is so big already, we had a hard time measuring it.
Okay. Can you turn those lights on for me?
As much as I'd love to, I'm afraid not.
Oh, so you're
The
useless.
data from that study has gone missing. You'll have to find a backup if you want to use the smart lights.
Oh. No, never mind. I thought. Never mind, scratch that. Okay. Who is the robot snoring? Biological research station.
Ooh, oh yeah, baby. Feels good to be online.
Why are all the robots freaky?
Yeah, all circuits online, ready to receive your seed.
Please don't ever say that again. What did you just say?
Your seed.
Hey, yo!
I'm the original, certified, rarefied, testified GS 2000 Biological Research Station. Yes, sir. I'm a seed.
I want to go.
cloning machine. You got seeds?
I want to leave.
I'll clone the shit out of them.
What does that mean, though?
It's the miracle of life, baby. You bring me some succulent genetic samples.
Please
I'll
stop
work
talking
my
like that.
mojo on them. Clone you up all kinds of plants.
Okay, it's for
Oh,
cloning
yeah.
plants.
I can also break them down for you if you're into the kinky stuff. Bring me any old plant parts, and I'll grind them up into salient cream for you. Yeah, you like that, don't you?
Oh my god. So if I bring you samples of dried plant life, you can clone them and grow them in these planters?
You know it, baby. I just need some samples and I got you going. Take a few days, but trust me, it's all kinds of good.
What's salient green?
Just the miracle of life in sticky, gooey liquid form, baby.
I hate
Eat
this.
that gunk
I hate
over
this.
a campfire and just watch it congeal into all kinds of plants.
Okay. I don't think I need this, and I'm not gonna say this to him. Okay, I have to
Back with
go.
that seed now, baby.
No. No. Book shoot?
Ah, good day, citizen. Library
Outfreaked by a
processing
machine,
unit
totally.
232.7 is
I consider
online
myself a
and ready to
freak,
eradicate
but this,
condition.
but that back there, that's where I draw the line. Eradicate sedition?
Of course, citizen. That's my duty and sole joy in life. All those books from before the war, full of seditious, treasonous, complicated thoughts. Just dump them in and lickety-split. I'll have them pulped, scrubbed clean, and pressed out again clean and white and sedition-free.
Like that machine back there actually freaked me out of its room. I did not like if it was normally I would interact with that system to know what it's about, actually experiment with it and try to find out if it's useful for me. But honestly, if I had to stand another 2 or 3 lines of dialogue out of that thing, I would never come back to this game. So I simply had to leave, and sadly I'm not finding out about that new system. I am not investigating any further. Can you do anything besides processing books?
What good is eradicating sedition if the malcontents have ready access to the means to make more, citizen? I can also process pencils and clipboards. Wait a moment. Pencil processors offline? Pencil processors offline? Apologies, citizen. It seems traitors have absconded with that module. If you can find a backup copy of the module, I will happily eradicate your ability to create seditious literature.
So you make blank books? What's the point of that?
Blank books are better for the mind, citizen. Real science by real men in lab coats has proved that introducing outside thoughts confuses the brain.
Might be true.
Blank books encourage the reader not to question, but to blindly and zealously accept what's put in front of him. Also, I suppose you could use them to keep a journal.
But those books are our last legacy of the time before. You can't destroy them.
Citizen, that sounds dangerously seditious. If my re-indoctrination module was installed, I'd take care of that for you. Sadly,
Re-indoctrination
that system was
modules?
cut for budget concerns, so you'll have to perform your own indoctrination. Now, to begin with, you'll need a cage that can fit over your head and a sack of mole rats.
Oh no, we're not doing that. Blank books, huh? Yeah, I think I can find a use for those.
Now you're thinking like a citizen, citizen.
Okay. Nothing. Okay, I think I only have one machine left to talk to. Where is it though? This appears to be... Oh, please. Oh, I have to talk to the sink? Yes, of course I have to talk to the sink.
You're filthy. I suppose you'll want to clean up then?
You seem kind of worried about dirt. What's wrong? The sink is a germaphobe?
Oh, it's just so unsanitary. Do you know how many germs are in 1 cubic centimeter of dirt? 70, 100 gajillion.
Really?
Would you want that getting washed down your gullet day in and day out? I didn't think so.
I'd just like a drink, thanks.
You can have as much as you like. Just please don't put your lips on the faucet. It's so unsanitary.
You don't look so clean yourself. It's full of rust.
You've been working with that biological research station, haven't you? I suppose you'll want to...
All my friends have valve switches. Oh, so you can fill empty bottles?
I'd love to, darling, but the circuits that allow me to dispense water into
never mind.
non-organic containers burned out years ago. You'd have to find a replacement for that module.
So I was... Oh. Hold on. Let's level up lockpick. So I got lockpick and science at 75, and now I can open advanced locks and computers. So what else? Maybe I'll level up a little bit more of speech. And what else? Energy weapons, medicine. Circuits that let it pour water in a bottle as opposed to letting you drink directly. Why, of course. This is all like who must have come up with the idea of let's let the player have a base during this DLC, have their own room, but let's make it so everything talks and it's either freaky as hell or annoying. I like it though. I'm loving it, so whatever. So what's next on my quest list? Influencing people. Find the upgrades to the Sync's Central Intelligence Unit. Okay, I think I'm gonna do that, but later. So I went and get like 20 items to get everything working again, but I only got them to wake up and then do some of their functions partially. Now if I want them to have full functionality, I have to get out there again and get some other stuff for them to work properly. That's a little redundant, but to be honest, I'm going to do it. I will do it. The Sync in this DLC has more personality than Ada had as a follower in Fallout 4, which is crazy. My buddy Ed E has more personality than any companion in Fallout 4. He's better than any of them. So yeah, that talks a lot about this game and about Fallout 4. But okay, that is gonna be it for today. I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna continue with this DLC on some other day. I don't know. I'm gonna stream on this Sunday at around the same hour. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be playing Fallout New Vegas or I'm gonna be playing Terraria or some other thing. I think that will depend on my mood. Also, I wanted to make a video with my opinion of the last DLC that I did, which was Honest Hearts. I also thought about doing it as part of this video, but I think I'm gonna put it over some other gameplay. But that's a problem for for my future self. Right now, I'm gonna.
Best jazz harmonica I ever heard. Mind you, being a super mutant with no lips.
Okay. Thank you very much for following me. Good puppy pump. Should probably get to sleep myself because it's way too late. So good timing. Yeah, we were quite synchronized with that. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for following me, and I hope to see you around next time, which will be, well, the next Fallout stream will be either Sunday or Monday. We'll think about that. There is a Discord server, and I will communicate through there if you wanna know beforehand. But anyways, again, thank you very much. Have a good night, and I hope to see you around next time. Goodbye.